What is up, folks? We are back with some rivals. I apologize for the in and out of the game. I'm currently playing checkers. LOL. Uh, this week, we've got USM playing against Grek, Redhawks. And it should be very exciting. I don't know much about Grek, but I do think they are... whatchamacallit? An interesting team. I like their little name there. We've got Rinny on Star-Lord. So that should be very interesting. And we also got Chris on tank again. Moth and Lamp on tank as well. And then we got B, who's usually playing tank or healer on Moon Knight today. So that should be very interesting to see how they do in this round. We got Elijah on healer as well as Sarai, as usual. Not too much change there, although Elijah does... I've seen Elijah play a lot of DPS. So they seem pretty pretty settled here. We'll see how it goes, though. Quickly claiming that point there. I keep getting confused because every single time they're red, I'm like, that means the enemy, right? But no. I wish I could change that somehow. Moon Knight ult. It doesn't look like it claims anybody. Oh, my voice. But unfortunately, it does seem like we're down a few. Down one. Cloak and Dagger ult comes out. And they do get that Phoenix and Gambit. Almost, yep, get that Groot. And, yep, basically wipes the entire team except that rocket. Very nicely done. Let's spectate. Oh, it's not pushing. Pushing. Alright. We've almost got all ults here, so we should not lose this fight, in theory, as long as they can use their ults smartly. Ooh, Sarai goes down. But they do use Star-Lord ult to get them quite a few kills here. Unfortunately, they lose some people. It is just Venom on point. And Grek does take it back, but Huskies had 96% progression. So that's great. Regrouping here. My cat is yelling downstairs. That's great. I love streaming from home. Alright. Nothing changing here. Nothing changing from the other team either. Big Gru ult kills almost all of them into Moon Knight ult. I need to tell people not to message me, because that's gonna be on stream! Huskies still have time to regroup here, but unfortunately do not win that push. Oh, that's gonna be a dangerous, rocket ult. That's a good placement for it, though. B trying to get it out of there. Sarai uses ult. And... Woo! Jump scare. They almost get this cleared out here, but they gotta make sure that they touch. Oh. Someone got an ult. That's a big ult. Unfortunately, that ult really stopped their push in the second push. And they just weren't able to regroup. I think they started to get a little bit scattered at the end, from what I could tell. But that was a really good first round. I'm excited to see what they got cooking in this next one, if they make any changes. But should be very interesting.
Get ready.
Alright. So it seems like they're keeping everything pretty the same. I didn't know Jess played the Thing. So that's really interesting. I don't think I've seen them play the Thing yet. I heard that they were playing a lot more Venom, which they started out on, but have since changed.
Dr. Doom tore everything apart. I want to be a part of putting it back together.
Stop talking to yourself, Wade.
Alright. I'm excited to see if they change anything, because that was a really, really close point. Either team could have gotten it. It doesn't look like they changed anything. They've kept most of the same things. Ooh. Those ults killed most of the team. Greg claiming the point early on. Ooh. And Hela dies to a Moon Knight. That is unfortunate.
Some sort of magic onk? That can't be good.
Yeah, get rid of that onk. Ooh. Alright, we got a tank pool. I have seen Chris play tank pool a couple times, and I do think he's really good at it. But I'd be interested in seeing if that's really the play here. Okay, Sarai uses ult to push. And they're able to capitalize on it, get that Gambit kill. Get rid of that thing. And that Rocket ult was basically for nothing. So, Rocket basically just wasted ult for nothing. That's great. Greg only got 50% of the way into this point claiming. USM controlling it, almost getting that Groot. Groot is low. Thing in the back line. Hate to see it. Get that thing out of here. Gotta watch out for the onks. Ooh, that's gonna be big. Yep. Big Moon Knight ult to recapture that point. Huskies get a decent way into claiming the point. Gotta regroup here, though, unfortunately. I'm almost done with my checkers game, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Good.
Oh! Wall. Alright.
Wait, I didn't put that.
Another attempt at pushing here. Ooh! Big Phoenix ult takes out most of the healers subsequently. And I think that might prevent them from touching again. Unless they can get a portal. But I don't know if that will happen, as no one is switching to Strange. They are able to touch point. Elijah gets a nice kill there. Pushing slowly. Ooh, that Groot wall. That Groot wall is dangerous. Elijah easily misses that, avoids that thing ult there. That's nice. Ooh, rocket ult. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Wow, a lot of people died to that Moon Knight ult. That's unfortunate. Damn. Huskies got some really good momentum here early on in the game. They almost had that first point. I would say that second point was pretty even, but I'll be excited to see what happens next if they change anything. Be right back after this break. And we're back. I won my game of checkers. LOL, worth. But now we're full focused on this second match, which is a convergence match on, I believe this is Midtown, but I always get them confused. I get Central Park and Midtown. Wait, this is not Midtown. This is Central Park. LOL. I know my maps. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Huskies defending first. We got a couple switches. We no longer have a Moon Knight. Moon Knight was banned. Dang! Wolverine just tore through that Groot. Ooh. Squirrel Girl got her ult pretty quickly there. Almost killed that Emma. Holding the front line pretty well here, actually. Ooh. I guess they did not ban Elsa this time because Elsa just ripped through that entire front line. That was unfortunate. All that's left is Strange and Sarai on Inviswoman, and also Daredevil. I didn't even notice Daredevil was still alive. But you know what? They hold them off there pretty well, even though they killed a bunch of them. Nice counter ult there, and they're getting Daredevil's ult as well, but Groot, nice ult from Elijah, but unfortunately everybody's just ult dumping here, making it hard for the counters to counter. But a few of them survive, 3 of them, half the team. Oh, but the squirrels put a quick end to that. Nicely done by Chris. Tried to hold that ult for the team to regroup, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it, unfortunately. Huskies going to have to fall back here unless they want to push. They can't push. Yep, they're pushing. Ooh, and they get at least 2 of them. Ooh, never mind. I lied. They only got 1. Because of that Inviswoman ult. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Nice Strange ult, though. Able to get a couple picks. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice they captured the first point. I thought they were holding it pretty well, but I guess they got off of it.
You can't handle the cute.
Huskies going to play this corner here. Hopefully stop him here. Ooh. The squirrels on this map suck. I know for a fact that they suck, specifically on this map, because in my NECC game that happens on Tuesday, I got wrecked by those squirrels quite frequently every time I pop my ult. So I know she's really good at this map because it's pretty straightforward. So they're able to do a lot of damage.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be
And I think that's a problem for the Huskies here, as the other team gets the second checkpoint, technically. Third part of the map is now unlocked. Gotta regroup, hold here. I do believe that this team does really well for convergence and convoy maps as well. A lot better than that ECC team, I think. They're just able to do well on them. And we're a lot better at domination maps. Ooh, nice! That was a nice kill by Jess there. Daredevil ult. Very low health, was able to get knocked out of it, unfortunately. Able to push him back here a little bit. Ooh. My ult isn't working! Mute! Mute! Okay. I didn't mean to unmute there. That was a jump scare. I was like, where are these voices come from? We got Riddy trying to diff on Squirrel Girl now. They do a really good job of pushing here. Unfortunately, that Inviswoman ult kind of saved the other team. But Riddy's kind of killing it on Squirrel Girl. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Those squirrels just really suck on this map. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about this map, but yeah. But they held them pretty well. Only half a minute and a half left.
To win this one.
Ah, mute again. Desperately tried to get rid of my allergies. Alright. Looks like we now have Riddy on Psylocke. Should be interesting. But for the most part, everyone's staying the same. Chris is now on Elsa.
We should totally data mine this season's files for juicy spoilers. Who do we think is next, huh? Ghost Rider?
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I do really like what the other Elsa is doing on this map. Again, it's the same concept with the squirrels. It's pretty straightforward, so everyone kind of gets trapped in their ult. So I like to see that with Chris. But we'll see.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission.
Alright, Huskies pushing. I didn't even know Psylocke had a pirate skin.
And these muppets will make great hits.
Psylocke is traditionally a flaker, so I would like to see... Yep. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Got picked there. Nice push from Sarai there. Elsa goes down. Unfortunately, Huskies gotta fall back here. Nice ult from Sarai there, but that Glotruck's ult is going to be rough. Nice little shield there, but unfortunately the shield goes away and Emma is able to get most of their players.
Thanks for the love, love. Very funny, Wade.
Alright. Second push here. Husky got 2 minutes to try to capture this point. They use their own Elsa ult. Ooh, those scary squirrels gotta kill them. Ooh, Sarai died for that. I hate those darn squirrels. Thor ult takes out a lot of them. That is really unfortunate. Hela ult gets shot out of it. It dies. Gotta regroup here.
I can't guarantee your safety.
Birthday!
Baby, that's the good stuff. Everyone's getting sleepy.
I'm taking less damage. Feeling stronger like the cold.
I think we have at least one more fight after this if we can regroup here. If we don't get the point here.
Only 60 seconds left.
Ooh, but they're falling like flies. Excuse me. That's unfortunate. That squirrel girl is just kind of rolling on him. I can't lie. Gotta counter her a little bit more. Oh. We gotta pause. So, I think I just accidentally initiated the continue. LOL. I didn't realize me pressing continue was continue it, but
I don't have to be center stage. You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
it seems like the Huskies were able to come back. Ooh. That is a tough, strange portal,
I'm making a cut.
and everybody died. That was unfortunate.
Be strong together. An ancient mystical. I was worried. A little help, please.
Huskies get that second point though.
Feeling fantastic. A nice deep freeze.
Ooh, that Emerald's low though. They get it. Sarai pulls her ult.
I've got your back.
Ooh, and they're able to get that Strange down pretty quickly.
I've seen it all.
Got about a minute left of this push. Ooh, Glotrucks gets 2 of them, but they're able to survive it.
By the
Ooh, that was a nice ult counter by Elijah there. Relatively making that Strange ult useless.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Aiding the Huskies into getting that next point.
we must confront Dracula himself to lift this curse.
This game has so much lore. You nerds better be reading it, or the writer's gonna cry. Come on, just download Marvel Unlimited.
Ooh. Some of them are flanking from the main area. Chris almost goes down.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
Oh. Fortunately, Sarai goes down. Husky gotta wait for the regroup. Only got a minute though. So they got probably one good push left. Possibly two if they can stall it out. But we'll see. Ooh. Gambit ult. And I believe that was... Who was that? Deadpool ult.
Down to 30
And then,
seconds.
but there was a Emma ult there as well. Husky's got a touch point
Moving again.
within the next 20 seconds. Chris going to flank. Chris, low health,
The final 10
is going to
seconds.
try to wrap around them. Ooh! Ooh! Okay, they traded. They got the Gambit. But they unfortunately traded. Thor ult. Thor ult scary. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, Sarai goes down. Fortunately, overtime, so that means none of them can really leave point here. And it's gonna make it really hard for
I like the cold.
them to capture it. And unfortunately, they're unable to do so. But that was another really great round. They had some great momentum, especially in that second push, or second part of the map.
Another epic victory.
I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. Ad break time, even though I feel like we just came back from an ad break time. Anyways, yeet. Alright, we are partially of the way into the third game. Huskies chose Yeagsguard as the third convoy map. Almost said convergence.
No chance to stop that.
Convoy map. This time we have B back on Moon Knight. We got Rini Doa not playing DPS anymore. We have him on tank. Moth and Lamp is now on support. And we have Chris playing Magneto. Sarai is now playing Gambit. And E, aka Elijah, is still on Luna. Interesting tactic here from the Huskies as they have 3 healers. Haven't really seen much of that prior to this. But it seems to help them here as they win their first push. Or stop, I guess, technically.
I don't have to be sent to space. Stop them in their tracks.
Huskies gotta hold it here for about 4.5-ish minutes.
I was worried.
Doing some good things here, holding very well. Ooh, that Moon Knight ult is unfortunate as it takes out Elijah out of his ult. Ooh, they are able to push everybody there. Magneto still in the back, dies. Unfortunate there. Huskies got to regroup here. They got 3. 2 healers and a tank and Moon Knight. I don't know why, but for some reason that skin that Moon Knight has on right now makes me think he's a tank. It's I keep getting him mixed up with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange back though. Speaking of the devil. Alright, Huskies making a final push here. Mantis does have her ult. Would love to see it counter here. Instead, Gambit counters. Oh. And now we have Mantis ult. And Inviswoman pulled her ult, I believe. Huskies should be able to hopefully do something with this. Moon Knight ult. Fortunately, I don't think it did too much. Slept thing. Ooh, Mantis about to die here. Yup, that is unfortunate. Ooh.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. You are nothing.
Ooh, that's a Moon Knight ult. Ooh. Strange just kind of walked right into that. I couldn't think of his name for a cool second. Huskies got to regroup here. Got 4 minutes left in total of this game, basically. And then I'll switch. Ooh, Magneto! Ooh, and that gets 3 of them still. That is unfortunate. Elijah goes back in, gets some health. Rini holding on by a thread here. Ooh! Elijah goes down. They are being held in this, like, little enclave. Ooh! I think that rogue switch was just a little bit too late there. Unfortunately, couldn't get to the point in time. Not looking too great for the Huskies, but Huskies never say never, man. Never say never. It looks like now we have Rini on Thor. Interesting. Chris will stay on Rogue, and I believe they're going to be keeping the 3 triple healers. In theory. We'll see.
Before you attack. Get ready.
I know that look all too well, Cher. You want to tell me what's going through your pretty little head?
It's just, well, this ain't exactly the honeymoon you promised me, Remy.
I know, mon amour. But if we gotta be fighting this fight, at least we get to do it side by side, no?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
I do have a lot of faith in the Huskies because that second point push on the last match was really, really fast. Like, it was a really pretty quick capture there. They did a really good job on that one. If they can just do that again here, I think they will have a chance. Just gotta be careful of that. I feel like the moon has been at least helping getting a lot of kills on them. Splitting them up. Woo! Good first push from the Huskies. we now have Rini on Hawkeye. We have B on Tank Pool. I do know B really likes Tank Pool, and I think that mixed with the Gambit ult and some of these switches and swaps are going to be really, really good for the Huskies. Able to get that Hawkeye, but that was only one who succumbed to that ult. Making good progress here. Ooh.
We got company.
Get that beetle moving again.
Sorry, no walks for you.
I like the cold.
Undefeatable! Ooh. That is going to be a rough ult combination. Only Moon Knight and Mantis left, and the whole team is dead, unfortunately.
Get that beetle moving again.
Alright, Rini back on Star-Lord.
Shake it up.
Unfortunately, the Huskies just seem to be losing their momentum every time they get it. Whether or not it's because of the ults being popped and used by each team, but Rini's almost able to get a kill on that rocket. Ooh. Unfortunately dies. Ooh. Chris now on Emma dies. Need to regroup here.
10 seconds. Be your best self.
Oh, we're portaling.
Moon Knight plays.
Love to see a good portal. Sarai goes in, dies, unfortunately. I think that portal was a little bit too slow to save her.
I am ready to put on a show.
W Luna ult, low key. Ooh, but she gets killed out of it. Ooh, the moon. Ooh. They're just really protecting that point really well. That is unfortunate.